Please remain standing. My name is Santa Ono, and I am the President and Vice Chancellor of the University of British Columbia. Please join us in singing O Canada, led by our University Marshal Nancy Hermiston, Director of the Opera and Voice Program at the UBC School of Music. Graduates, please remove your hats. Please remain standing. We pause for a moment to give thanks, spiritual and temporal thanks, for the manifold blessings we share in this wonderful world, this great nation of Canada, this beautiful and blessed province of British Columbia, this magnificent university, and we respectfully acknowledge the Syilx Okanagan Nation and their peoples, in whose territory we stand and are gathered upon today. We give thanks to our outstanding students, their families and friends on this most happy occasion. Please be seated. Distinguished platform guests, members of the Okanagan Senate, faculty, staff, alumni, and most especially graduates, family and friends, bienvenue à la cérémonie de remise des diplômes de l'Université de la Colombie-Britannique. What an honor it is for me to be with you today to celebrate UBC's graduating class of 2017. Let's hear it for them. I can tell you that this is one of the best parts of my job, and there's a lot of great parts of my job, to participate in this joyous, momentous occasion, recognizing a milestone in your lives. This day is all about you and what you've achieved through hard work, determination, and moments of creative inspiration. Graduation is a time to imagine about your future and the world to come. When you think of the road ahead, you may gain perspective, we hope, in looking back at your years here, what you've learned in terms of your book knowledge, but also in terms of life knowledge. And I hope that when you look back on your time at UBC, that you will do so with fondness, and that when you look ahead, that UBC will very much be part of your future. You will always be welcome here, and we look forward to hearing about your personal and professional achievements as you build upon the foundation of your education here at UBC. And we also hope to continue to engage with you as alumni, joining 325,000 alumni around the world, wherever you go. And we look forward to watching you as you move to different corners of the globe or stay here in British Columbia, and to the adventures that you will bring to your lives and also the impact that you will have in the lives of others. As you begin your new stage in life and experience, you can be confident that you can and that you will make a difference, because if you are anything like those that have preceded you, for example, the sitting Prime Minister of Canada, Justin Trudeau, a proud alumnus of UBC, you possess the knowledge, skills, passion, and will to build upon this foundation that you have received here at UBC. In his address to UBC's initial graduating class in 1916, UBC's first president, Frank Westbrook, encouraged students to make our world a better place in which to live. And he wasn't talking about making the world a better place for yourselves or for your loved ones. He really challenged those initial graduates, just as we are challenging you today, to make the world a better place for those less fortunate than you are. And for those individuals that you may never meet in your lifetime, you have that capability. I would argue that you have that responsibility with the degree and the privileges that come with having a university education. And there's one more thing that we want to say to you as you graduate. Graduation is not about goodbye. It's about au revoir. It's about until we meet again, or until we see each other again. And I can tell you, in meeting alumni in different graduation ceremonies or in my travels around the world, that I meet generations of UBC graduates, and I look forward to seeing you wherever you go and learning about the impact that you're having in your professions. You see, there are two words that you all know. Anybody that's been to UBC knows the two words, tu es est. And these are words that have a double entendre, two different meanings. So they sound pretty similar, but they actually, the significance of the difference is profound. One is, it's your university, and we want you to embrace forever your time at UBC. It will always be your university. That's meaning number one. But there is a second meaning to tu es est, which means it's up to you. And that, I think, underscores what I'm saying, that with your education, with your privileges comes responsibility. It's up to you what you make of your life. There'll be more about that later on. But for now, congratulations, class of 2017, and our very best wishes to you.
Thank you, Mr. Vice-Chancellor. My name is Deborah Buzzard. I have the pleasure and privilege of serving as Deputy Vice-Chancellor and Principal of the Okanagan campus of the University of British Columbia. And before I go further, I'd like to introduce a distinguished guest representing the City of Kelowna. We have the Deputy Mayor, Ryan Dunn. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate your hosting us in your city. Every year at Convocation, UBC has the honor of bestowing honorary degrees upon individuals who, in the opinion of the university community, have fit the criteria of excellence and eminence in their chosen field. Alex Janvier exemplifies these characteristics, and I invite him now to step forward to receive his honorary degree. Alex Janvier is one of Canada's most acclaimed contemporary artists, recognized nationally and internationally as a modern Indigenous master and leader in the arts. Over the past year, 150 of his paintings and drawings were featured in a major retrospective at the National Gallery of Canada. His work is described as universal in appeal, and the National Gallery noted that his paintings on paper, canvas, and linen reference Indigenous culture and history and explore his experience of residential school and the effects of colonization. Mr. Janvier was born in the Lagoff Reserve of the Cold Lake First Nation in northern Alberta and is of Dene Sulin and Saulteaux descent. At the age of 8, he was sent to a residential school near St. Paul, Alberta, where the school principal recognized his remarkable artistic talent. He went on to receive formal art training at the Alberta Institute of Art and Technology, graduating with honors in 1960 before taking up a position as art instructor at the University of Alberta's Department of Extension. In 1966, he was awarded a major commission from the Department of Indian and Northern Affairs to produce a series of 80 paintings, and a year later he gathered a group of Canada's foremost Indigenous artists for the Indians of Canada Pavilion at Expo 67. Mr. Janvier is a member of the Order of Canada and the Alberta Order of Excellence. He is a recipient of the Governor-General's Award in Visual and Media Arts, as well as the Centennial Medal of the Province of Alberta. He has been artist in residence within our Faculty of Creative and Critical Studies at UBC's Okanagan campus, and is one of the last members of the acclaimed artist collective known as the Indian Group of Seven. Mr. Vice-Chancellor, in recognition of his outstanding contributions to the visual arts in Canada and to Indigenous culture and history, I ask that you confer the degree of Doctor of Letters honoris causa upon Alex Simeon Janvier.
By the authority of the Okanagan Senate of this university, I confer upon you, Alex Janvier, the title and degree Doctor of Letters honoris causa. Congratulations.
It gives me great pleasure to invite Dr. Janvier to say a few words.
Good afternoon. I'm Alex Janvier. I'm usually pretty wordy, and I just wanted to say a few words. Good afternoon, graduates, faculty, friends, and family. I'm very pleased to be here this afternoon to share this celebration with you all. Congratulations on completing one part of your journey, and welcome to the new chapter of your life. Many thanks to friends and family who have helped get these graduates across the line. We all know it takes many years of preparation before they even begin school here. I'd like to especially wish all the young First Nation students who are making their move forward in the world of education. I'm very proud of you to take this formal education path and to set good example for those generations to come. As many of you know, I attended Blue Quills Indian Residential School for 11 years. We struggled to follow the idea of education as prescribed by church and the intelligent Department of Indian Affairs. That's the department that looks after Indians. Yeah. We were isolated from our families without the guidance, love, and nurturing of our parents for 10 months of the year. We were denied learning the healing, balanced, traditional knowledge from our elders. Without this experiential way of learning, new foreign ideas of dad going to work in a car, a dog named Spot, and sometimes we learn about Donald Duck. And then, in reality, we all miss eating duck soup. We did not know how to cope with these conflicting teachings. There were so many other spiritual, mental, physical, emotional, and sexual abuses in our everyday life. Some did not survive. Many survived the rest of their lives because their spirit died in those residential schools. Others went on to do well and were above par in other mainstream schools. It has been amazing to witness how people could preserve and even thrive given what we all went through. We gain respect by working hard and studying. And that is key, working hard to get you through any barrier you might come across. There will always be people who will not believe in you, but then you must believe in yourselves. There's a long list of people who didn't think I'd amount to much. I've been labeled most unlikely to succeed. Yet, somehow I lived the most colorful life through art. That allowed me to raise my family of 6 children in our home in Cold Lake First Nations. But I've also had a solo show at the National Gallery of Canada. I'm very humbled to receive this honorary degree today. It's amazing to me that every day I wake up, I'm still able to hold a paintbrush, and I'm able to freely create from down deep within myself. And people love it. And then there are recognitions like this degree, which I share with all of you today. These are my words: be bold, create, dare to be fearless. Go forward, graduates. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Janvier, for those inspirational words. To the graduating class of 2017, congratulations. Your graduation today represents a time of tremendous achievement, signaling years of hard work, persistence, and your ability to take on board and embrace new information and new ideas. These aptitudes are the ones you take with you in addition to your UBC degree as you cross the stage today. But a UBC degree doesn't just demonstrate your tenacity or qualify you for a job. More importantly, it prepares you to live a thoughtful life, one of perception, insight, rationality, and the ability to distinguish between news and fake news. It provides you with the intellectual tools to flourish wherever you go from here. As I look at this year's graduating class, I am struck by your collective power to change the world. Over the relatively short time that you have been here, you've proven yourselves to be significant change agents, both on campus and in the wider community. And I'm going to give you two very concrete examples of that, where you have come together to make a difference. The first is in your support of refugees. Last year, the students at UBC Okanagan voted overwhelmingly to tax themselves in favor of creating a fund to support students coming from refugee camps to UBC Okanagan. Seeing the crises in places like Syria, Sudan, and Nigeria, and the opportunities that UBC Okanagan can offer, you can imagine the impact that your gift will have by enabling young people growing up in refugee camps to come to this place and to continue their education here. I had the opportunity to read the scholarship applications this year from those students. Extraordinary stories of human resilience in incredibly tough conditions. And I look forward to welcoming our first of those students to this campus next year. And you did that. You made that possible. So thank you. Thank you. The second remarkable thing that you have done is to create a new building right here on this campus. 3 years ago, you voted again overwhelmingly to tax yourselves to make a down payment on what is now emerging from the ground, our new Teaching and Learning Center, an extension to our library. You've all suffered through 3, 4, 5, maybe more years of not enough quiet study space. You've been paying for the last 3 years towards that next generation of students having the space that you dreamed of. And you're really paying it forward for that generation. It's going to make an incredible difference. Collectively, UBC Okanagan students are contributing $10 million to make that building a reality. So thank you for that enormous contribution. You really will make this place special. Your class has really been a force for positive change here, and you're leaving a very special legacy on the campus. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart for the gifts that you've left us. But echoing the words of the President, graduation does not mean goodbye. We hope that you'll continue to be involved in the life of the campus. Next year, UBC Okanagan will host our first ever homecoming event for alumni. You'll have an opportunity to come back and be part of another first at UBC. And I know your class have experienced many firsts on this campus, but you'll be able to come back as an alumnus, and you'll be able to visit that great library and see the students lounging about, enjoying the luxurious space. As you leave here, your life will change by plan, by surprise, sometimes by accident. You can be confident not only in your ability to cope with that change, but to be a force for positive good wherever you may go. Coping indeed thriving in a world that is ever-changing, is precisely what your time at UBC has prepared you for. I have every confidence your education and experiences here have positioned you for the brightest future. Great universities are defined and known by the work and the impact of their graduates. I know we will have much to be proud of as you make your way in the world. Indeed, we already have much to be proud of as we see you here. So on behalf of the University of British Columbia and the entire Okanagan campus, congratulations once again. I wish you every success. Well done, class of 2017. I'm now pleased to call upon Chloe Elliot, a member of the graduating class, to make remarks. Chloe.
President, honored guests, and fellow graduates, on behalf of Alumni UBC, I'm honored to welcome you to the alumni family. We now belong to a community of change makers and leaders that are more than 325,000 strong. Graduates like us who are looking to make a positive difference in this world. Visit the alumni welcome tent after our ceremony and see what it means to be a new member of the alumni family. For this speech, I was asked to touch upon my biggest takeaways from university. From the classroom, I learned a good number of things. How to write a 10-page paper in 12 hours being one of them. Don't tell my English prof. From outside the classroom, though, is where I learned the lessons that will carry me through my years. I learned that school and work means nothing without friendship. Travel results in learning and growth. Love can be found only when you're not looking. A glass of Quail's Gate Gewürztraminer goes a really long way after a long day of class. Stress and anxiety only results in more stress and anxiety without the action to push through the weight. And last but most importantly, I learned that for anything to move forward, I must take care of myself first. And when I didn't take care of myself, which happened more than once, a few people helped me along the way. My mom and dad, who are sitting here today, perfect angle to film this whole speech, who listened to me blab on for hours on the phone with updates and struggles. And they made trips across the country every year to visit me. Not that they complained about being able to spend their vacation time here in ski and vineyard country, let's be honest. And for my mental health, I acknowledge the support I received from Theta Phi sorority. Never did I expect to make such incredible friends from this group. In particular, I want to acknowledge Zoe Bigwood and Emily Alexander. Zoe for being the tiny bubble of joy in my day whenever I ran into her, who has an ear of empathy to make me feel better every time I need it. And Emily for inspiring me to love myself. No matter how many DQ Blizzard treats I'd binged on or how bad my dancing was at Sapphire on Saturdays. And thank you to my profs. Thank you to Michael V. Smith for making me think in wacky colors. Thank you to Matt Rader for making Bean Scene on Bernard our new classroom. And Anne Fleming for sparking my passion in creative writing 4 short years ago. I know it's cliche, but honestly, time has flown by. It feels like I blinked. And looking back on my time here at UBC, the most challenging part, honestly, was just being away from home. I remember being sad and drained to the point of not being able to get up in the morning. I was so homesick. But challenging myself to get out there, to push through and take advantage of my time here allowed me to grow a deep love for the Okanagan, this campus, and the friends I've made here. Although Kelowna is famous for its transiency, traveling back and forth across Canada for school has taught me that the best of relationships don't feed off proximity. True, loving, meaningful relationships stretch across time and distances. And I'm sure that the friends that we've made here will last us all a lifetime. Hats off to us, graduates. See you in the real world.
Thank you, Chloe. This is it. Will the candidates for degrees please rise? That's you. That's you. Mr. Vice-Chancellor, I have the pleasure of presenting the candidates for degrees who have successfully completed their studies and fulfilled the conditions that the university has set for them. The Okanagan Senate of this university recommends them to you for the degrees that will be announced by a representative of the faculties. As each degree is officially conferred, the Dean of the Faculty, and in the case of graduate students, the Dean of the College of Graduate Studies will congratulate the student. Sadif Katabi and Daniel Daniluk, members of the alumni community, will welcome each student to the Alumni Association and present them with an alumni handbook. The candidates will please be seated.
Yeah, actually.
They'll give you your cards, and if you put them there, once you've read them, I can take this off, and they can put their cards, the new ones there. Once
Okay.
you've read there.
Okay, the old ones. Mr. Vice Chancellor, I have the pleasure of presenting to you the candidates for the degree of Masters of Arts. Mark Alexander Curie Buchanan, Master of English. You want me to- Karen Valerie Meyer, Master of Fine Arts, Creative Writing. That's not the right one. Jennifer LaFrance, Master of Fine Arts. Diane Michelle Lisi, Master of Arts, Psychology. Crystal Lee Mundy, Master of Arts, Psychology.
You just need to read the names.
Jennifer Upshaw, Master of Arts.
She should be. Sorry. Mr. Vice Chancellor, I have the solemn honor of presenting to you two candidates for the degree Bachelor of Arts that are being awarded posthumously. The degree for Sydney Bednarik is being accepted by her mother, Denise Jenkins. The degree for Melissa Mimura is being accepted by her father, Hideki Mimura. Bachelor of Arts? Okay. Mr. Vice Chancellor, I have the pleasure of presenting to you the candidate for the degree Master of Arts, Hermela Waits. Mr. Vice Chancellor, I have the pleasure of presenting to you the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Arts, Sally Casey. Sean Chan. Rowan Kate Siemens. Kennedy William McCracken. Mr. Vice Chancellor, I have the pleasure of presenting to you the University of British Columbia Medal in Arts, Head of the Graduating Class, Joseph Sagrodny. Colton Winiarski. Selena Kate Carson. Lena Gomez. Sarah Nunes. Edward Tat. Max Douglas Waterman. Kristen Elizabeth Batty. Liam Connor Fitzpatrick. Aaron O'Leary. Shanpreet Kaur Sandhu. Joseph Allen Sorstad. Mugisa Solomon Kaibera. Christina Cheyenne Krasichinski. Joanne Ellen Lee. James Robert Rourke. Alexandra Barberis. Caitlin Cassidy Shea. Malcolm James Evans. Devin Fleming Frame. Brooke Ritchie. Emma Webb. Graham Armstrong. Sarah Elizabeth Ann Daniels. Tracy Marie Jansen. Trina Jane Kushnerick. Michelle Thiessen. Kendra Marie Barlow. Samantha Thompson. Freya Green. Matab Ameli. Tiana Drew Belmond. Zoe Melissa Bigwood. Danielle Bilachuk. Katie Eve Bond. Martina Alexandra Cartner. Warren Lawson Chan. Hyseung Chi Chen. Shayna Cook. Kira Decker. Caitlin Page Dickey. Marissa Kirsten Eberly. Amanda Fewchuk. Kayla Danielle Fish. Stephen Harold Forsyth. Brooklyn Lee Frank. Natalie Gould. David Gunn. Noelle Francoise Hedges. Tommy Hamsani. Jessica Hopkins. Caitlin Jepson. Robin Ashley Katz. Evelyn Murungi Kiza. Shen Wai Lei. Amy Lemieux. Tessa Lind. Candice Lipsky. Rebecca Ellen Christie Long. Kelly Lopez. Constantine Marin Becker. Brandon Nathaniel Matamoros Sevilla. Tatiana Matuszewska. Madison McCannarin. Lauren Menzies. Kyla O'Donoghue. Katerina Ogorova. Lauren Lee Oleksevich. Lauren Mackenzie Olson. Ian Edward Prysdale. Sarah Kendall Purdy. Rachel Putland. Kyle James Ramsey. Jenna Riffle. Michelle Rose Savoy. Haley Meredith Sims. Tatiana Scarbo. Katie Sprezel. Caitlin Stewart. Marissa Svetliko. Stephanie Lynn Turner. Jinju Wang. Joshua Weber. Sarah Josephine Weissmeyer. Claire Wilson. Marty Wiltsey. Kara Wright Walger. Louis Yap. Robin Victoria Yates. Alyssa Wardley. Elaine Frances Bertram. Kellyanne MacArthur. Stephanie Elizabeth Minduck. Maria Camilla Ovieja. Jacob Michael Purdon. Haley Olivia Myers. Tessa Christensen. Aria Fisher. Isabella Hellman. Desiree Schaefer. Larissa Rock. Suet Ying Jasmine Chung. Christina Yee. Lauren Ashley Nadaluti. Melissa Antonietta Panza. Shanna Albrecht. Arushi Bagut. Megan Leanna Collins. Bristol Eunice Dabowski. Rachel DeMayo. Remy Alexandra Dorian Cosma. Lindsay Margaret McDonald. Sierra Reeves. Megan Amelia Richards. Inderpreet Sando. Devin Nicole Scott. Hannah Lillian Claire Tunch. Jonathan Wex. Leila Atala. Jada Benko. Emily Brady. Teresa Chang. Lucia Stefania Sorrenti. Andrea Lee Tonkin. Megan Witala. Ramandeep Rajwan. Colton James Guthrie Marshall. Jessica Erin Kozak. Excuse me. Amanda McKay. Jennifer Penchek. Shira Sneg. Lauren Hotchkiss. Emily Ann Kluftinger. Sukhjivin Kaur Lali. No. Ashley Parker. Avery Jack Sapoznikow. Iman Zahir Far. Haley Chambers. Davies Dow. Stephen Das. Mariam Derakshani. Dina El Harazi. Dinushi Fernando. Jessica Ann Holtzlander. Ramnik Johal. Jenna Lee Casimir. Jaspriya Monge. Lauren Cecily Maria Moreto. Justin Nilsson. Suki Pandur. Amanda Marie Penny. Malia Pushner. Keenan Swirsky Simmons. Anna Yikheng Tam. Catherine Thompson. Amber Bayani. Fatima Hashemi. Danielle Jarowski.
You're good? Mr. Vice Chancellor, I have the pleasure of presenting to you more candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Thank you. Ashton Kinley. Oh, sorry. Hang on. We'll do this again. Christine Marie Caro. Thank you for that. Ashton Kinley. Can you do that for me? Mark Brandon Penner. Paige Knight. Coral Stevens. Xenia Virtue. Vivian Gitz. Christine Lynn Tomiak. Sydney Dorfman. Catherine Therese Robb. Molly Elizabeth Woodhouse. Hannah Reisdorf. Imraj Kaur Shahal. Kelly Penchishin. Candice Marie Diekoff. Leah Wolfler. Natalie Walensky. Alexandria Hofer. Brooklyn Kuzik. Bronwyn Rose Millen. Hope Johanna Prince. Stephanie Smith. Cody Tolme. Samantha Smurfit. Aman Dehal. Carolina Ann Koivu-Kangas. Larissa Lagan. Carmel Golnick. Okay. Chloe Elliot. Amanda Lawson. Sydney Chanel Turner. Alexandra Grechko. Kwang Young Carson Cheng. Caitlin Victoria DeYoung. Melissa Hernandez Pacañela. Lauren Helena Hamalson. Mifa Suzuki. Ran Zai. Benjamin Arcega. Sarah Jean Bernstein. Jacqueline Ann Deck. Tyler Matthew Delabere. Benty Elliot. Shannon O'Neill England. Dustin Joel Mellis. Charlotte Jessie Nelson. Mandira Rajesh Shekhar. Mr. Vice Chancellor, I have the pleasure of presenting to you the University of BC Medal in Fine Arts, head of graduating class, Gabriel Delaney. Gary Edward Dewhurst. Addison Julia Kathleen Oberg. Fennel Rodora Shaw. And Pamela Turner.
Please remain standing. For the graduates who have just crossed the stage today, and for all of those who were unable to attend today's ceremony, with respect to the appropriate degrees as shown on the program, it is our privilege as a convocation and faculty of the University of British Columbia to hereby admit you officially to the convocation of UBC. Congratulations. Please remain standing. The platform party can sit down. Graduates remain standing. The rest of you, friends and family, please sit. Graduates remain standing. It has been a great pleasure to meet and congratulate each and every one of you of today's graduating class. You've invested a great deal of determination, focus, and hard work to reach this point in your career. And now, as you graduate, this is the perfect time for you to turn to your parents, your grandparents, your siblings, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, and give them a round of applause for being there for you every day. Graduates, please remain standing and turn and face the individuals who have been here from day one, every single day. They've taught you your classes, they've spent office hours with you, they've written recommendation letters for awards, scholarships, jobs, and graduate school. Let's hear it for our outstanding faculty of the University of British Columbia. Please be seated. I just wanted to say a couple of words to you. First of all, as graduates of the arts and of interdisciplinary studies, you have an incredibly important role to play moving forward. There's been tremendous emphasis from government and other entities focusing on STEM education, science, technology, engineering, and math. It's been a focus nationally on the innovation economy. And I thought it was very important for me to talk to you a little about how important you are for the future of civilization. You know, you've thought about all sorts of things. You've thought about creative writing, film, about humanities and social sciences, about political science, things such as sexuality, indigeneity, issues that are really at the center of debate today. And you've asked the questions as students, your faculty continue to ask those questions, and they're foundational to the future of society. So my encouragement to you is to never forget what you've learned here, whether you become a faculty member in your own right, whether you work in the corporate world, or whether you move on to some other sort of profession. The foundation that you have is not only important for you individually, but it's really important for this nation and for this world. You see, I truly believe that individuals that are educated in the liberal arts are best prepared to have critical minds, to think creatively and openly and originally, and to contribute to the fabric of society. In the arts, you have learned to work together, collaboratively, as teams. And you should never forget that what you have learned here is so important because it feeds the soul. A world which is only science and technology is devoid of soul. Not that there's anything wrong with science and technology. You're looking at a scientist myself. But the liberal arts foundation that I received reinvigorates me and really, I think, puts meaning into my life and hopefully into your lives and through you into the lives of everyone here. It's the arts that illuminate the shades of human emotion, all the different hues that make humanity special. The principles and values that you have studied anchor life to ideals and a higher purpose. I don't think anyone would disagree that now is a time, with the geopolitical changes that are occurring and the challenges to a true democracy that are occurring around the world, that we need to have ideals and a higher purpose. And we hold that in trust with you as you move forward as beacons of what is right and what is just in humanity. There are lots of challenges in the world. There was a time when it was enough to say that we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. Well, now is the time to say we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men and women and transgender individuals are created equal and should be afforded the same unalienable rights. Now is the time. And it's in you that you have the power to make sure that we have a truly just society. Some of you are historians, and you play a particularly important role. You know, history is important because humans tend to make the same mistakes. And the reason why universities are important as repositories of knowledge, as areas of debate and reflection about what we are doing as humans, is that we must learn from that history, and that means that history must be alive somewhere. It's alive in you, it's alive in our faculty, and through that we can avoid making the same mistakes from the past if we pay attention to history and we can understand the cultural context better. And the other thing that you bring to the world that's terribly important is the art of storytelling. You know, our favorite teachers in kindergarten or in first grade or primary school were the ones who could tell stories and really grabbed your attention and brought concepts and emotions to life. You are the best storytellers at our university. You can do it through writing, through film, through theater, and it's through storytelling that different people from different places and different perspectives begin to understand each other. There is so much misunderstanding in this world, and it stems from the fact, I think, that we don't tell our stories well. And it's because of that that people misunderstand each other. So the gift of storytelling that you've learned here, effective storytelling, we can understand each other better and perhaps achieve the ideal and forever elusive world of peace. So with that, I want to congratulate you all once again for your tremendous achievements. And I want you to remember those words once again, tuum est. Remember, initially I said tuum est stands for, it is your university. But it also means it's up to you. And at this moment, in your very youthful age, with decades ahead of you, I ask you to think about one thing. When somebody looks at your life in totality, what is it that they're going to say about you? They won't remember what your grades were at UBCO, I promise you. It's important now, but when they look at your life in totality, it won't be what your grades were. And thank goodness people don't know what my grades were when I graduated from university. What they'll remember is how you made them feel. Each and every one of you has tremendous power in how you interact with each other, how you interact when you are in a position where people are watching you. There have been 15 presidents of UBC. And some of you may know this one particular president who was a mathematician. And he stopped working at UBC in the 1970s. He was a beloved person. He was a very distinguished mathematician, but he didn't win the Fields Medal, the Nobel for Math. It wasn't really for his mathematics that he's remembered today. He's remembered for the way he made people feel. Even today, I've met actually now 2 or 3 different groups of people that have come up to me and say, I knew who President Gage was. President Gage was somebody who was at the university for a very long time, as a dean and as president. And the lesson I want you to remember in thinking about him, there's actually a history project underway where people are actually telling stories about how he made them feel. And I videotaped one couple today that came up to me and said, you know, we knew Dean Gage. And it was a couple. They've been long since married. And the husband, while he was in his last year at university, had a terrible accident. Didn't have much money saved away, and he was already pretty tight financially to start with. But the injuries actually, that was the last pin, or last straw, if you will. His girlfriend didn't know what to do. You know, his parents didn't have money, her parents didn't have money, didn't know how to pay his bills, or for that matter, how to pay for food. And so what I learned today was that the girlfriend actually had the courage to call the president's office and said, President Gage, she had to get through the secretaries and people like that, but eventually got through, and he picked up, and she was amazed that she was speaking to President Gage, and she said, my boyfriend has had a terrible accident and is in a terrible situation financially. And before she could say anything else, he said, Don't worry about anything. We'll take care of it. The next time they looked at the bill, everything had been taken care of. I can't wait to actually tweet out that video. It's pretty remarkable. But the one thing that people don't know that's truly impressive and is the reason why people have never forgotten him, and there are countless stories like this, is that when he reached into his pocket to give money to students in need, when he provided a free place for students to live, it wasn't the institution. What we've learned is it was him. It was his own money, and he never asked for it again. So as you graduate, I ask you to remember the other meaning of tuum est. It's up to you. When people think about your life, or even long after you've left this planet Earth, what will people remember? Will they remember you for something like that? For giving of yourself without seeking attention? Or will they remember you for taking advantage of a situation or cutting corners for personal gain? It's up to you. Tuum est. Congratulations to the graduates of UBC 2017. I've learned that I have to continue speaking. Before we do that, we have an amazing person here. I see that we still have 15 minutes, right? We'll do it quickly. Nancy, can you come up here real quick? She is the opera singer and director of voice and opera, and she sang "O Canada" for you. And we're going to collaborate between Nancy and our wonderful band here. Let's hear it for Dennis, the conductor of the band. And he's accompanied by outstanding musicians. Let's hear it for the band. All right. Now, Dennis, could you please play 4 notes? But before we do that, everybody on this ground floor, on this side, you're group 1, okay? What group are you? Group 1. Everybody on this side, on the ground floor, you're group 2. What group are you? 2. Everybody back there on the bleachers, you are group 3. Which group are you? 3. Everybody behind me is group 4. What group are you? 4. Okay, are you ready? Group 1. Impress me, all right? Group 1, the conductor, Dennis, is going to play a note, and you're going to sing the letter U to that note. Group 2 is going to sing the letter B to the second note. B. Very good. Group 3 is going to sing the letter C to the third note. C. And group 4 is going to sing the letter O to this note. Go ahead. Good. Now we're going to do it in sequence. So it'll be first U, and you hold that note. B, you'll hold that note. C, hold that note. And then O, hold that note. This is the time to get out your phone if you want to videotape. It's pretty cool. Are you guys ready? All right. Mr. Conductor, you ready? That was the most in-tune chord I have heard in 30 ceremonies thus far. Let's hear it for you. Congratulations. Now, before we close up, I have some of your colleagues to lead you in a little bit of a cheer to get us in the mood for the ending of the ceremony. Go ahead.
So we're going to do a throwback to Create. It is Thursday. Okay, are we ready? UBC what? UBCO! I said UBC what? UBCO! I said UBC what? UBCO! Congratulations!
Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, let me ask the graduating class to stand. Only the graduating class. All right. This brings our ceremony to a close. Stay there. I hope that you've enjoyed it as much as I have, and that all of you will join us for refreshments, which will be served immediately after the ceremony in the courtyard at the alumni tent. This marks the 100th anniversary of Alumni UBC. Please go to the tent and get your alumni card. Guests are kindly requested to remain in their places until the academic processions, that is the platform party and the students, have left the building, then meet us back outside. Now, everybody else, for these guys, and you can do whatever you want, throw your hats, whatever, this is the moment. Please join me in congratulating once again the 2017 graduates of the University of British Columbia.